Hello everyone and welcome back to the Edain mod for Battle for Middle-earth 2, where today we play as a faction that I just don't like. Lothlorien. And I'm going to try my best to guide you all through to achieving a victory with Lothlorien. It's not going to be easy, it's not going to be easy at all, but I'm going to try my damn hardest to do so. Because the more I've been playing with Lothlorien, the more I've just hated them more and more and more. I really do. But it might just be me. It might just be me and my ability to play the game is just slightly diminished. I haven't played it as often for a while. But I'm going to try my best not to just rage at every moment with Lothlorien. It's going to be really hard. I am racking my brains around how to play with Lothlorien in the beginning. Because if you go defensive, then the AI takes everything. If you go aggressive, the AI can beat you because they still are better. So I've called down the AI to just be a hard AI. We're not going against the brutal this time. I know, I'm going down in the world. I don't care. I just want a bit of a breather with this guide. Lothlorien is my worst faction. The dwarves are going to be the same. Because I'm not sure if they have, but I think they made brutal AI more difficult, the Edain team has. They seem to just rush out more units, and units I can't deal with. It might just be because of the dwarves. I'm not particularly good with the dwarves when I'm on the best of times. And same with Lothlorien, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try our best not to mess up too much. I'm gonna throw this out here, into here. And so now, firstly, Lothlorien has received a bit of a patch. Refuge in the Woods now only affects Malon trees, but it is a permanent buff on Malon trees. So that is a pretty good thing. Next, the Mirkwood Outpost. I think it's a trap. I honestly think going for the Mirkwood Outpost is one of the biggest traps that the Edain team have put in. They've made it better, yes. The units in there are good, yes. But you need to spend 1,600 before you can even get your first units. Whereas a Gondor, 600, an extra 300, and then that's just 900, and then you can build units. It feels like Lothlorien has so many traps, and I keep falling into them. I've fallen into them so many times, it's a bit ridiculous now how many times I've fallen into them. So we're going to build this Lothlorien citadel here, and we're going to try and not fall into any traps this time, today. I'm going to avoid the traps. The best way to do that is by firstly having a good economy. And secondly, making sure we're making units. So here, the citadel upgrades. They're all cheaper than the normal upgrades. Surrounded force concealing fog. Let's get the border guard wing because we do want more troops. My archers didn't run away for some reason. They suffered a few casualties there. Beorning hook, we're currently not using it, so we're just gonna get more stuff from it. Now, typically, I don't want to rush for the outpost, but because this map is so small, I think if we don't go for it and let the AI take it, then we're really letting ourselves fall behind. It's not a good thing. Okay, we're doing something. We're getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere. These citadels are good. I don't use them typically because the Mirkwood Outpost seems to be better. But now I'm looking at the cost for them. They've made it so expensive. They've made the Mirkwood Outpost so goddamn expensive. So I'm determined for this one to do it without needing anything from the Mirkwood Outpost. I'm going to try my best to do it without the Mirkwood Outpost. There's 4 settlers tools. Get the Galathrian wing here only because we want to increase the recruitment speed by 50%. We want to be making more troops more regularly. Let's get some. Oh yeah, we can't recruit if we've got the wings being built. Okay. There's some more. Actually no, start transitioning to pikemen now. They are going to start throwing trolls our way. The AI do love throwing trolls at us and heroes on mounts. So we're going to prepare for that. They're building Minas Morgul over here, which is not typically good for us because having that extra armor on their troops is really good for them. We do want the Blessed Tree so we can start healing our troops, but I do also want banner carriers. But because it's attached right to this building, it's so hard to do both. We can't do both at once. We can only do one. So we're going to have to hold off on getting the banner carriers for now. And just pray this fortress is good enough to defend itself while we get all the upgrades. The Forge Wing is completely useless because we already have a forge here. Unless I get destroy that forge, in which case I lose my ability to upgrade my buildings. So I don't know what they're going to do with this. The Sanctuary Ring still seems good because the Concealing Fog means we can use our the ability I never use, Ambush of the Wood Elves, which for some reason isn't on Pack Guard. Because I know it is on Pack Guard. They put it back. Good. For a second there, the last patch didn't have this, but now they've put it back. Good. Good. I'm pleased. I'm pleased they've added it back. I am happy. I will concede that I'm now happy. Get some minstrels in here. Now we're getting that wing built. Now I would recommend using your archers to attack these archers, but that's a trap. Because then your archers are right in the front line, they can be killed, super easy, don't do it. Don't fall for the trap. Units are currently in stealth. Oh, that's a Gothmog. I don't have things to deal with Gothmog yet. Let's get them now. So the minstrel, what can you do? More minstrel singing armor and damage. More armor and damage. Okay, these minstrels might actually be good then. I forgot the minstrels could actually do all this. No joke, I forgot they actually did this. Okay, that's good. If this gives us this much armor and damage, I may have underestimated minstrels. I may have underestimated these minstrels. They may actually be really good. Fall back, these archers can kill off those archers easy. Let's not give them something. Let's not give them a target. Build up my pantries a bit. Get that leveled up as well so we can get more recruitment speed. Get the workers' tools. Build some warriors here to fight back here. I prefer the version of the minstrels where they for the Defender Shire map, where they just where they use the abilities instantly. It seems to be more effective that way. So the recruitment speed can't see it anymore because we're not recruiting because we've got hit our command point cap because I'm not macroing enough. But yeah, look at that speed. That is the kind of speed you want for your troops. It's not the same as Thranduil's mobilization, but you also don't have to spend excessive amounts of money to do that. Mirkwood is a late game building, I think. But the units are nowhere near late game tier. It feels so weird. Obviously, saving from destroying the base. That's good. Minstrel, you can start singing again, and that's good. I don't know your range, but I'm also going to pay for safe refuge. Don't get the extra pantry, don't need it yet. Wow, the minstrels are 60 command points each. Ugh, don't like that too much. Okay. I'm going to throw this over here. So if anyone tries to get past, they're a little bit slower and I can react to them a little bit faster. We have the Blessed Tree. Let's get that over here so I don't have to waste my money on safe refuge. This is basically a safe refuge on the Malon tree. It's really good. I do like it quite a bit. You can tell the difference because the flame on here is now blue. So I may have underestimated minstrels. That might be why I've sucked so much with Lorien in the past, because I've never used the minstrels. How is that they had that slow and I still didn't see them? Okay, just keep running back. You lead them away. Why not? They didn't even attack the Malon tree. That's literally got a sliver of health left. Okay. Okay, attacking the base again. Make some more Lorien warriors just to fight back. I must admit, Lorien Warriors being 200, I didn't think they were 200. I thought they were 300. But that would explain why they feel a little bit better now. I think one elven minstrel is enough. Going for more is a bit excessive, and the command points are really big. The command points you spend are really big. Since the dark days. I mean, that's good damage against Gothmog. Have they given small stat boosts to Lothlorien recently, perhaps? Maybe. Maybe. But also not excessively spending my money on the upgrades of mirkwood is pretty good as well. Whereas that's because I'm against a hard AI. Is brutal AI really that difficult that I just couldn't stand it? But hard is nowhere near as difficult. That feels like that should be a bit balanced out. I'm not going to complain. I'm going to stop complaining. It feels like the difference between hard and brutal is a massive leap. Oh well. I've given minstrels a good looking over, and I think they're actually really good now. I cannot deny, minstrels feel really powerful now. To be fair, they've probably always been this strong. I just never noticed until now. Okay, let's fall back to here. Get these banner carriers researched. Oh, pardon me. Again, that she doesn't get auto-select with everyone else. So yeah, when we come into here, we should start getting self-healed. Not sure about replenishment. We should definitely get self-healed. Yep. Oh, and replenishment. Nice. Nice. So yeah, this is how you play Lothlorien now. You can't go too far in. You have to sit back and take it, basically. We will push out against this, though. I don't like this Minas Morgul fortress sitting there. I'm sorry, but this does feel really easy. It really does. They've built a double barracks there. You can tell that from that and this. They built a double barracks. Oh, they built Morgul riders. Okay, that explains why they haven't been doing too much recently. Those motherfuckers are expensive. And for good reason, they're very strong. Okay, let's see if Elven Army, boosted by Minstrel, can defeat this Morgul fortress quicker. Let's see if it will work. Let's protect that. Oh, that is actually a noticeable difference. Oh. Oh. Okay, I'm only going to give Galafrim the upgrades. I'm not going to give anyone else upgrades. Going to get some beornings now because they are our hero killers. There's the troll. There's the troll I was waiting for. Destroy this first. I don't like this. Oh, this force is actually defending itself against a troll. Ooh. Ooh. That feels really clean. Nice. Am I starting to turn around on Lothlorien and actually like playing them now? What? Am I actually turning around on the faction I hated the most for so long? Is it actually happening? Has the unthinkable happened? Get Silver Thorn Arrows. We haven't got Galadriel yet, but we can soon get her. I think the thought that I know that AI is not going to eventually make siege equipment is a big help, though. Courage, men. We're not men. We're elves. Could have shot him in the dark. Yeah, I think Lothlorien's definitely starting to come around. But a second Lothlorien fortress. I feel like I don't want to say it, but I'm actually starting to like Lothlorien again. I think I'm starting to figure out how they play. It's definitely not easier on camp start because you know you want to have a bit of everything. I think I might get rid of this border guard house now, though. I think if you build these settlements out here, you don't need to have them out here. In fact, get rid of this forge as well. Get rid of this forge as well. Get the forge wing on here. It's even the forge wing here is cheaper than the actual forge. So when you've actually got the upgrades, you don't need them anymore. Keep one sanctuary, and go all Galafrim quarters. Get cheap, super cheap Galafrim, and you start to enter the late game. When your enemy starts making their better troops. Make some elves over here so we can defend the base. You know, they're an entmoot right on their base. They've made it cheaper. Entmoot's now only 700. They've done it. They did it. They took the leap. They took the leap of faith, and I'm so thankful for it. They did the right bloody thing. They did the right damn thing, making entmoots cheaper. I don't know if they were 700 before, but I feel like they're cheaper now. I'm so thankful they've made that change. If it is a change. If it's not, then I don't care. Entmoots are cheaper than they used to be. But they're still the most expensive siege equipment building to make. They're still super expensive for a for a building like that. Get Lady of Light, I guess. But a Malon Tree up here. Building Malon Trees aggressively now is actually really good, because you can just go, bless it. Well, when it's built, there we go. And everyone does heals. Enemy's not going to fall because Enemy's got is super tanky. And our Ents cheaper. The Oak Ents aren't cheaper, but the Ash Ent does feel a bit cheaper. Treebeard and Quick Beam are still expensive. So yeah. They're definitely the most late game they're not the most late game faction, sorry. They are the most slow. They're the most slow faction. Oh, no, they're the second slowest faction. Imladris is definitely the slowest faction. No one's slower than Imladris. And also Galafrim at 630 a pop. That's not bad. That's not actually bad. But still, a battering ram that costs 600 compared to a battering ram that costs 300 or even 100 doesn't feel right. Yes, Ents are slightly better. If they're more resistant to pikemen, then I'm willing to make an exception about them. But yeah, this actually feels good. You need to, I think with Lothlorien you have to quickly turn from the shield into the sword. That's the way you play. Oh, that's a thing as well. Even though it doesn't show, even though these guys don't get a decrease in cost from here with their buildings, if you build them here, it affects these as well. That is good to know. That is a good thing to know. Okay, see how good this Ent is. Is the Ent really worth getting? I mean, I know they're always going to be worth getting because they're Ents. They're siege equipment. You need siege equipment. Yeah, this has been quite enlightening. I did not give Lothlorien enough praise. They do have some strengths. They definitely have some strengths. How much damage does this do, though? Move away. Okay, that is about twice the damage of a basic Ent. So yeah, they are slightly stronger. Oh, beorning has cut that down to size. Level 5 now. Good job, Ent. Beorning even, not Ent. So yeah, this was just a slightly more relaxed guide. I might do these for the rest of them as well. Gondor and Mordor were definitely Gondor and Rohan were definitely easier to do because they're two of my best factions. In Imladris I might do the same, but I feel like yeah, the small changes they've made are actually making a difference. I didn't give them enough credit. I did not give Lothlorien enough credit because I haven't been playing them right. Minstrels are so good. Minstrels are so damn good. That armor and damage, and you do actually, it's not like you click it and then it's a permanent thing that's there. It moves around with her. So you want to protect, you want to be good on your front line, you want to go to your back line for more damage, you've got it. And you can get a total of, I think, 3 of those for the total full bonus. Okay. I think I'm starting to understand Lothlorien a bit more. So, yep, I hope you've all enjoyed this. I will be doing, again, all the same for every other faction. But this one was a bit of a mix. I'm not going to lie. But I'm glad I did it. I'm glad we finally managed to get it done. Imlargus is next on the list, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, Imlargus is next on the list. And then it will be the dwarves, all three of the dwarves. Isengard, Mordor, Angmar. And eventually I'll come back and do Arnor as the last faction. Because I always like to leave Arnor for last. They are my favourite faction. I say Imlargus is my favourite faction, but Arnor is so much fun. Anyway, until next time, my friends. Ta-ta for now.